lost those days. Life ain't bliss, but I love the game. Level up, level up, level up. I'm just tryna ball out. I'm just tryna ball out. Today I'm going to show you guys how to mix vocals on a $40 USB microphone with Adobe Audition's stock effects. They're free effects, the effects that come with the program. So for anyone that's starting to make music, for less than $60, you can achieve this quality. Oh, I just leveled up. I ain't never gonna change, never gonna switch, never gonna miss, my shots gon' switch. I took my risk and invest my change. I took that loss and invest that pain. I stuck that shift and I took that hit. I lost that check, never lost those days. Life ain't bliss, but I love the game. Level up, level up, level up. I'm just tryna ball out. I'm just tryna ball out. Now that was recorded like 3 weeks ago, and I just wanna say that I updated the preset in this tutorial, so it even sounds better than what you just heard. This is a pretty good preset. This is probably the best stock Adobe preset I've ever made. Now I have a hook part for singing, I have a bridge part for right before the chorus, and I have a rapping part. The hook part is a little bit thicker, a little bit wider. The bridge part is a little bit thinner, but way more reverb. And the verses for the rapping part have less reverb and they're more narrow. The first thing I did is EQ my vocals. I cut the low end off to about 100 hertz. And that's pretty much all I did. I slightly brought the mids up and I slightly brought the highs down the tiniest bit. But for the most part, I just cut the low end off to about 100 hertz. All right, so let's get into the effect rack. We have a 30 band EQ, Adobe's 30 band EQ. Now these are all Adobe stock effects. The 30 band EQ. Now I cut the low end off to about 125 hertz. And I brought the highs up around 20,000 hertz. This will give me like an airy, crispy, breathy type vocal. And around 4K, I brought it down -1. If you bring your highs down around 4K, this will get rid of like some of that nasaliness in your voice. Next effect, I have my Autotune, my Adobe Audition Autotune. Adobe has some of the best Autotune. I love it. Now each song is different, and I change my scale and my key for each song. And my attack and sensitivity is not up too much. This will give me like a natural sounding vocal. If I crank this all the way, it's gonna give me that T-Pain effect. So if you want lots of auto-tune, just crank it all the way. Then I have my first compressor, my classic soft knee compressor. Classic soft knee. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Then we have our single band compressor. Now, all I did was click it. I didn't click any preset. Same with my multi-band compressor. I just clicked it. I didn't click any preset. It's the default preset. Then I have my limiter. And this is on easy. I put this on, no, it's on light. Sorry. And I brought my, yeah, that's it. Then I have my mastering effect. You click your little arrow here. Go to special, you'll see it, mastering. I have a little bit of saturation on here, some shh. If I bring this up, it's gonna give me like a really distorted, SE type vocal, but I have it about halfway. So it just gives me that sizzly type vocal. A widener, seeing how this is the chorus, I kind of wanted to spread it out a little bit. So I have a widener on there. Then I brought the EQ down around 4K to get rid of my nasaliness voice, my nasal, I don't know. And then I have another one of those effects stacked on top of it, but I'm using a tube exciter this time. And then I have the widener cranked all the way. And then I have a coarse flanger effect. If you go down to modulation, you'll see that. And then I've clicked, I don't know what I clicked. I think I hit vocal thickening, but these are my settings. Then we have our first reverb. These are my settings for my reverb. Then we have another reverb. It's a different reverb. It's studio reverb. You'll see both of these reverbs in your reverb, studio reverb. And these are my settings. I changed it up a little bit, so you guys might want to check that out. And then I have some echo. Just a little bit of echo. And I'm using a stereo vocal echo. And I brought the feedback down, I brought the echo level up, and the delay time is going to be different for every song. So you probably got to change your delay time. And I locked the left and right speaker. That's the effect rack for the chorus. Then I'll go into my verses. The verses, I got the same everything until we get to the mastering. I have a little bit less saturation, a little bit less widener. I don't even know why I'm using a second one on here. I'm just using the EQ. And then we have
less reverb. So feel free to pause the video and check out those reverb settings. And then my EQ is a little bit different. I brought the mids up a little bit more and I brought the highs up a little bit more. Besides that, everything in the verses are the same. The volume's down a tiny bit more. Then I got my bridge, and on my bridge, again, the mastering's a little bit different. I brought the widener down, so the bridge is a little bit thinner. The saturation's about the same. Again, I brought the widener down on this one as well. Then my reverb, I have more reverb on the bridge than I do the chorus and the verses. So the bridge is a little bit thinner, it has more reverb, and there's no drums in the beat, so it's kind of ambient, and then the chorus comes back in, it's wider, and it just starts to slam again. So it makes for a good drop. And last but not least, we have our master track, and this master track is controlling everything. So down here at the bottom, you'll see master track. This is controlling the beat, the vocals, everything. If I put an EQ on this, it's gonna affect everything. These are my settings for my master track. So I have some saturation, which is again affecting everything, the beat, the vocals, everything. I have my widener turned down to -1. I don't even know why I did that. I'm just might as well keep it at 0. Then I have my loudness maximizer at 9. It's gonna make it nice and full, louder. And then my output gain at 2, just to turn up the volume. And yeah, that's how you mix vocals in Adobe Audition with a $40 USB microphone. And the quality's not bad. Like, I could put this song on Spotify, iTunes. It's decent. It's all right. So for $60, you can achieve this quality. So if you guys want to check out Adobe, I'll leave a link down below. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that helped you guys out. Give this video a thumbs up if it did. Let me know what you want to see next. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We got new videos every single week. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.